Alright, so Demon Slayer Season 3, the Swordsmith Village arc, just got a new trailer yesterday. It was not called a trailer, it was actually like a promotion reel. This makes me hope that we will get another trailer, maybe 2 trailers, because we know this isn't the final trailer. We always have a final trailer, so we have at least 1 more trailer before the season. If you don't know, Jump Festa is next week. I'm pretty sure for Demon Slayer it's gonna be Sunday. So December the 18th. Demon Slayer has like a 45-minute time, so we might see a new trailer preview or maybe a part of the opening of season 3, the OP song. I don't know, we'll see. So if you don't want to miss out on all the information that we will get on Jump Festa, don't forget to subscribe. I'll get you the information that's to come for season 3 as soon as it comes out, as well as I'm gonna be reacting to everything Demon Slayer related, the episodes, everything. This video is gonna be containing spoilers for everything that's going to happen in this arc, since I'm gonna be talking about the manga and this. So if you're an anime only, please don't watch this video, don't get spoiled. So we start with the little girl from the butterfly mansion that was helping Tanjiro when he was recovering with the boys. She's saying to him maybe it will be best to talk to him directly. So obviously right now she's talking about Aga Nezuka-san, who doesn't want to make a sword for Tanjiro since it's like the 3rd sword that Tanjiro breaks. So then Tanjiro says, oh, I can go to the swordsmith. I like the little shot that we get of the sword and just panning to like the, we're going to the swordsmith like with the CGI environment and everything. I really like this transition. So we go into the mist. Ashira, Moichiro, Tokito. So he's saying, you're in my way. Can you go already? When they showed us a preview of Moichiro and Mitsuri with the first teaser in like 9 months ago, there was a line for Moichiro and Mitsuri, and the line for Moichiro 9 months ago was the same, you're in my way, so can you go already? Which this line is when Moichiro is protecting Kotetsu from Gyoko, and he takes like all the pins from the fish in the face, and he says to Kotetsu, can you go already? So this shot of Moichiro, which I really like with the slow motion and the air going in slow motion, he turns his head around. I'm pretty sure this is when Atengu enters in the room when Moichiro is talking with Tanjiro. So in this shot we see Moichiro walking away from us with the crow going on his shoulder. This is probably after Moichiro fought with the Yorichi Type 0, the doll with, the 6 arms, and after he broke one of the arms, then he takes one of the swords from Yorichi Type 0 that he had in his hand, then he throws it to Tanjiro and says, can you take this for me? And then he goes away. This is when. And we see the introduction of Mitsuri, Kanroji, Love Ashira. We've seen this shot in the first teaser 9 months ago. Pretty much the same. She says, alright, I'll do my best. So this is exactly when she enters the battle in the swordsmith. When she gets the message that it's going down in the swordsmith and she's coming. This shot when she's backwards in the air doing like a backflip is probably the first time we see her fighting. She's fighting against one of the fish of Atengu, not a big deal. This is probably the first time we're gonna see her in action. It's gonna be sick. Next shot of her is she's doing the like cute face anime classic. This is probably the first encounter when she sees Tanjiro, and Tanjiro is saying they're getting the food ready. This is exactly the same shot as in the manga. Next, this shot of Genya. So Genya obviously plays a big part in this arc, but this shot where he's taking his sword in his hand and looking down, looking kind of worried. He doesn't look angry, which he's a lot angry at the start, but we know he has a great character development. But I'm probably sure in this shot he's thinking about his brother. But this shot is actually interesting because this is not from the manga. We don't see anything from him like this, so I would guess this is probably just before they fight Atengu. I don't exactly know when this is, but I think it's great for his character since it's probably gonna show a teaser of like he's not just angry in this, you know, dickhead, and you know what I'm saying. This shot of Tanjiro who's like sitting on a rock, and I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like there's a cliff behind him, so I mean, this shot looks gorgeous, by the way, the lighting. I don't know what this is. This is probably anime only, and if I would guess, it's probably gonna be in the first episode. Since the first episode is 1 hour, I could see this being anime only. I don't recall anything from this in the manga. Next shot of him saying, I'll work even harder to defeat Muzan. This shot is talking to Mitsuri when Mitsuri, just before Mitsuri goes out and before Tanjiro fights the Yorichi Type 0, Mitsuri says she acknowledged Tanjiro and Nezuko as Demon Slayers and she approved it. Just before Tanjiro bleeds from his nose because Mitsuri was kinda close to him. This shot of Nezuko, baby Nezuko with her hair, and I'm pretty sure this is when she wakes up and Tanjiro is talking with Moichiro. This shot of Mitsuri going to attack, I think this is pretty much the same shot just before we see her backwards, before she attack one of the fish. This is probably when this is gonna be our entrance. This is all we get from Mitsuri from this trailer, so everything we saw from Mitsuri in this trailer is just like the first appearance of her in the first episode, so we didn't see much of Mitsuri in real action in this trailer. Okay, now we're getting in a good animation and interesting part. On this part we see like a green blast coming from the building, and I know exactly when this is. When I first saw that on my reaction, for a moment I thought this was the lightning from Sekido with, you know, his staff shooting electricity. I was like confused, but no, this is actually one of the clones of Atengu. This is just at the start of the fight. Karaku, who is the guy who uses like a fan, who is called Uchiwa, you know, when he swings that, this is making a huge blast, basically of wind. So this green blast is actually Karaku when he's using his fan to blow away Moichiro just at the start when, you know, Atengu splits into clones. Then Sekido uses fan, he blasts Moichiro out of the building. So this is the shot. I think maybe this is, if I had a complaint on that, maybe you know, it's just a little thing and they might change it. The green for me is maybe a little too saturated, and this is just wind, so maybe this is a little bit too much, but it's just a little complaint. I don't, it's not that big of a deal. Next we got a shot with Moichiro who uses his misbreeding. So this shot is kind of tough to tell when this is actually. Just before, I really want to talk about the mist. I like how they're like mixing the CGI of the mist, like the real mist, and with like the 2D mist. Don't do it that sometimes with like Tanjiro in the entertainment district when he uses sun breathing against Daki. They're mixing like a real fire and the 2D. They're basically doing the same thing here with the mist. I'm really excited how it's gonna look, you know, when it's gonna be like the, you know, the peak of the action and the fight. I think the mist is gonna look like incredible. And this shot with him just right after when he swings at us right in the camera, I love this shot, and just the mist coming out of his sword looks so clean. So this shot is kind of tough to tell when this is, because in the manga the injuries that he has right now in the trailer doesn't add up really with the manga. Since the first injuries he gets in the manga is when he gets shot by the fish, you know, everywhere in his face. That's the first injuries he gets, and in this shot it doesn't look like he got the fish in his face. He would bleed from everywhere. He just has like little cuts. So this is probably just right at the start when he attacks like Gyoko. So maybe he's gonna get it before that, I don't know. I'm really excited to see where, like, how they're gonna add things. And then this shot of Tanjiro who swings at the camera just like Moichiro before. We can see, maybe people have missed this, but his mark is actually changed. So it's like a flame, just like when he cut the head of Gyutaro and his mark changed. So this shot is really tough to know when this is. Since we know the building is destroyed behind him, he has his mark. I know this is after, you know, when he has his swords on fire by Nezuko and he turns his red blade just like Yorichi, and he does his like sun dragon hello dance, and you know, he claps the clone. That's gonna be one of the best moments of the show. So I'm really excited. I know this animation is gonna be insane. So this is probably after that. He still has his mark. To be honest, it could be when he attacks like Karaku, and we think he's hitting Karaku, but he gets blast on the ground. I think this might be it. We see like the shot from the point of view of Karaku, and Tanjiro is trying to swing at him, and you know, they cut just before Tanjiro gets wiped on the ground. I could see that. The injuries that Tanjiro has below his eye, in the manga those injuries are not there. I will assume those injuries are by Roge, who is the guy with the claws and in the wings, you know, that Tanjiro fights in the beginning. So this is probably Urogi when he swings at Tanjiro and he hits Tanjiro with his claws. It's not in the manga, so I'm actually curious why they decided. I mean, I guess it's more realistic. This decided to put that in the anime. That's sick. And this injuries was there too in the first teaser that we got 9 months ago, so that's pretty cool. So obviously after that we got like the special screening, the world tour of the episode 10, 11, and they're gonna put the episode 1 of the swordsmith, which is gonna be 1 hour with probably the advertisement, the ads, all that stuff. So it's probably gonna be an episode of 45 minutes and 50 minutes. So in the next shot we got Muzan, the Michael Jackson. This shot is in episode 1 in the upper rank meeting. This is when he cuts the head of Gyoko. He has the head of Gyoko in his hand, and he's actually, in the manga, his head is like upside down. You know, because of the Infinite Castle, it's all around the place. So in this shot he's straight. I don't know how they're gonna do this in the anime, you know, since in the manga he's upside down. I'm curious how they're probably gonna make a camera movement where he's upside down and then we see him like this. The shot looks super clean. Yeah, I'm nothing to say. I'm actually like curious, like what is with the red behind him. I don't know if this is just for the trailer, because in the Infinite Castle I don't know where the red is coming from. Maybe it's just an effect and I love it. So coming to the theaters after that, personally I live like in a small town. I don't think I'll be able to see it in the theaters, but you know, I'll be reacting it to it on the channel as soon as it's come out. Reacting with you guys is cool enough. So the upper ranks assembles, we get a cool like shot of the upper moons in order too. So we got from the right upper 6 to the left upper 1. So we see Gyutaro and Daki who are dead. Then we got a shot of Gyoko, which perfect. Those shots are probably actually the introduction of when we see them in the Infinite Castle. So the shot of Gyoko is when he's introduced, and probably we're gonna get a little card or something saying his name in Upper Moon 5. I'm really excited. And then we got Atengu. Again, the same shot when we get introduced to him. Looks creepy. I really like the red that they're using on him. And this shot of Akaza, we can see the little wrinkles. So he's pissed. We know why he's pissed, because of Doma. Then we got a shot of Doma. I expect that this shot of Doma is probably when he puts his arm around Akaza. And then we got the shot of Kokoshibo, where I really like that they're not showing his face in the trailer. This just adds a mystery to him, and he's one of my favorite characters of the show for sure. He's a GOAT, one of the best villains of the show, 100% if not the best. So I like this shot, and again we see like the lighting of the red, so same lighting as Muzan behind him. So they're going with the red in this Infinity Castle meeting, and I love it. And then we got a shot of all the upper moons and Moichiro, Tengen, all that stuff. We get everyone. I love Atengu, he looks creepy, the thing on his head and his eyes red looks creepy. Gyoko is done perfectly, as in the manga, even better, I love it. Doma looking like a Chad, and then obviously we got Kokoshibo in the back with his face all dark, we can't see him, love it. And the little thing that I want to add, this is the last, that's really cool, is the phrase that Muzan is saying right now, my wish is to annihilate the Demon Slayer Corp, and then after that he says, kill everyone of them to death, I don't let them get in my sight. This line is actually not in the upper rank meeting. I'm curious why they choose to put that there. This is actually the line that he says to Akaza in episode 1 of the Entertainment District, when Akaza comes in the room to say that he killed Ashira Rengoku, and Muzan says this line to him. So I'm curious why they put that at the end there. I mean, that's just a cool line and it hypes up for the next season. And then this shot, I like the shot of Muzan, and then in the dark we see Kokoshibo being like his right hand man. I love this. And that's it for the trailer analysis. I hope you guys like that. I'll probably do this if you guys enjoy this. I love doing this, going to more into the details, and we didn't get a lot, so I think in the future we'll get a trailer with more stuff. I'll probably do the same thing, because I know, no, it's not everyone that's gonna catch every details like I did. And like I said, we didn't see like the peak of the arc, we didn't get to see like big moments in this arc. They're really just teasing us, not showing the best. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed this, and I'll do a lot more. I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye guys.